JT, big win on the weekend. Must be a bit of a weight off your shoulder and the squad shoulders too, getting that first win away.
It is. And I mean, I'm just really happy that we played well, and we shared the ball, got back to Hawks basketball, tempo, getting stops here, feeding off the crowd, and, we shot better from the field and the three-point line.
Even though it's early in the season, I felt like that game on the weekend was the must-win game for you guys, to keep in touch with that, those top teams.
Yeah.
What was said pre-game?
Man, not too much. Our back is against the wall. We understand that, and for us mentally, like you said, it was still early. It was 3 losses, but the challenge is our back was against the wall because we wanted to find a way to win. And we told each other that you can't win a championship unless you find a way to win a game, right? And so we had to get on that. We had to get on the board. So it wasn't too much. These guys are either, ex-NBA vets, or everybody almost won a championship or been part of the championship culture. So the motivation is always there, needed, but you don't have to really force anything on the hand because these guys take it on their own to find a way to produce. And we did that Saturday.
Now you guys had, I think there was 6 players in double figures, and that championship mentality seemed to be glistening through a little bit. Yeah. It's obviously positive signs heading into next few rounds with those players, especially in double figures.
Man, just trying to find a way to reciprocate and keep trusting each other. We weren't doing that early on off of the first 2 games, advancing the ball up, making the extra passes. Sometimes the ball didn't even reach the other side. Yeah. So we got too much of a trust factor that Brisbane game, and we showed the clips of how we looked the first 3 games to what we looked in Brisbane, and it's night and day. And so we would say, hey, we don't want to go back to those 3 games, so let's try to find a way to keep playing up-tempo pace basketball, and we simulating our practices with different drills, especially this week because we had a couple days or a week to prepare to really push the guys to start simulating that style of play. So they should be building up towards that to be for us, hopefully, the rest of the season.
Also, another positive, I think you had 43 bench points led by Jonah and Bawali. Yeah. That's obviously another positive there.
Huge. We've been waiting on JB to get out that shell. We know what type of talented player he is. Bawali is a spark plug on both ends of the court. They both played exceptionally well. Like I said, Bawali was trusting the guys, and JB was aggressive how we won. I'd rather him not pass, and because he's such of a willing passer, we need him to be more of a threat as a scorer. So both of them did really well coming off the bench.
Davo's still been out. There's not really a timeline as yet on when he'll be back. Toddy's stepped up and filled that starting 5 spot on the weekend. Because that guard spot's up for grabs, are we going to see different starting rotations these next couple of weeks to figure out what best suits, or are you going to stick with the starting 5 you had last weekend?
Whatever works, we probably stick with. I don't think there's no difference of a mismatch problem from the wing that TB cannot handle, especially coming into this week with Lewis on the wing. We can deal with Sobey and Foxwell. Yeah. TB, we trust him with that. And, and then we still got P in the back end, JaVale. Yeah. So, we filter everything towards him. So, you got good luck with that, finishing on the rim. So, now TB is going to be locked in that position as we keep going forward and hopefully just keep producing wins.
With that said, you're heading down to Melbourne on the weekend. What do you need to do to ensure you keep this winning streak going?
Especially this weekend, we need to be the aggressor. Southeast is coming off a back-to-back, playing Adelaide on Thursday and got us on Saturday. We need to be the aggressor. And once we stabilize that, I think that at the end of the day, guys will get back into their free-flowing moment of what they do well on the court and just be the toughest team, and build off Saturday. So I think just being an aggressor is the main thing, because when you win or lose whatever they do, the fatigue of the traveling and playing right back is going to be there no matter what. And we got to be the aggressive with having a whole week off, with a whole week to prepare.
JT, good luck.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Always.